All right. So we are doing some drills that have been working pretty consistently against the Marco mix. So as you see, I'm actually blocking Marco's overhead crouching. Yo, what's up, Bagamon? Yeah, I'm today is a anti-Marco lab day. Putting some more time. A lot of my tournament L's have come to Marco, so I'm definitely putting more time into the lab today because I've been slightly lazy against him. So to be fair, I need to put some time into like really labbing him and really studying. But some of the things that I've come across since labbing him is that you can actually, there is a timing that you can block all of his mix. Like his mix actually isn't real. And I've been getting hit. And it's not like an option select or anything. It's a pure reaction, but it's what you're reacting to. I would say I've been 90% right. Like, of course, human error, nobody's going to be perfect. But you can actually block his overhead crouching. Because if you block it on the last frames, you can still block it crouching. So if he goes low, you'll block the low. But if you block the overhead, you'll be in a crouching animation. See if I can do it right here. So I block the low. I block the low again. I block the low again. So I got hit that time. Okay. Did you see that? How I blocked that crouching? So I'm blocking that crouching. So you can almost call it like a fuzzy block. But I wouldn't even say that. Because what you're actually reacting to you're reacting to his arm. So what you're doing is you're reacting to his arm. If you react to his arm and you down back, you can still block that overhead croucher. See? What's good, Jay? So you can still block it crouching. But the key is to look at his arm. If you look at his arm and you switch, so I'm stand blocking to start off. Like I'm stand blocking, I'm not crouch blocking, I'm stand blocking. If you stand block and you look at his arm, you're actually able to still block the overhead crouching and block the low at the same time. Like that. Now this might not be the say all end all, like yeah, you gonna block it 100% of the time, but this increases your chance of blocking it. Because the problem with like quarter circle back rev guard, for one, it pushes you back. Even if you do block the overhead properly, it'll push you back. So not all characters get a punish right there, a good punish, right? One. Two, if you mistime it, your hit guaranteed, and it's easy to mistime quarter circle back rev on block. I mean on wake up. It's very easy to mistime that, and then you get clipped in your ankles and you die. So it's like, I feel like for me personally, the more consistency would be for me to look at the arm and just down back. Okay, where you will block overhead crouching, but the game is not registering you playing high fast enough. Or something like, yeah, basically what's happening, the overhead is hitting me because I'm stand blocking, technically, but on the game is showing a crouch block because I blocked it in some of the frames that allow for me to still crouch. So it's still showing a crouch block. So right there I got hit. So I reacted too quick. It's a timing thing too. You gotta react. Like when you react to it, you gotta react in a split second. It's probably, I would probably say it's like a 1 frame, or it could be possibly like a maybe a 2 frame reaction right there. I feel like it's a 2 frame reaction. Like beyond him fainting and that overhead. And then that would be the risk of him going for the overhead. So I would say that that's probably like gonna be the easiest thing to do. Every character is not gonna get something huge though. Like Preacher gets crouch C because it's 7 frames. His overhead on block is -7. So she gets crouch C regardless of if you were to rev it, she would still get a punish. Janae also gets a really good punish because she has far C. So she also gets a really good punish if you block it. So it's in your favor to like to try to do this method. I tried the late block at that time. I didn't even try to do my technique. So I also think it's about Farsi for who you talking about, Janae? Nah, her Janae's Farsi is 7. Her close C is 5. Farsi is like 7. Wouldn't the problem just be the Hoku matchup? What's up, Papa Chulo? The issue in the Hoku matchup, and I turned off frame data and stuff to have a realistic like scenario. Like when you train against stuff like this that you want to react to, you want to make it look like the actual match as much as possible. You don't want to have distractions on the screen. But so the issue in the Hoku matchup is like Hoku can zone him out, but if he gets meter, you can no longer zone him out, right? You can no longer zone him out when he gets meter. Tatsu's destroys shuriken, so like if you're throwing shurikens at this range, you're always in a bad state. And if you do block his overhead properly, this is a 9 frame poke. This is an 11 frame. You don't get a good punish. So if I were to get a block on this, I don't get rewarded. Hi. Nothing. Because I would have to do this, and that's just not a good punish. That wouldn't stop him from doing it. You see what I mean? So risk reward versus who's blocking it. Because I do have 2 slots on, so I'm going to show y'all something. I have 2 slots on, right? The overhead and the low. So I'm going to just play the overhead slot. I'm going to show y'all something. What's up, Grinch? I'm going to show y'all something. So if I block this, right? That's -7. You are going to get far C and crouch C. You can't do anything. So he doesn't get a high reward on blocking it unless you just defend it. If you just defend it, you get close C, but you're not about to just defend that. Especially if you're doing the method I'm talking about. If you're doing that method, you block this and you get that. That's not big. So what characters get high rewards are going to be the most important characters, right? So we're going to go through the entire cast and see who actually gets the reward off of his overhead. His overhead is -7, right? So Rock is going to have a far C that's 9. Crouch C is not going to reach. And then, yeah, he's cooked. Because you would have to just do a light. Unless you get a JD. Let me see. Yep, that doesn't reach. That's not gonna reach. So you would just have to do a light confirm, and that sucks. If you can only get a light confirm on his overhead, he doesn't care about doing it. That's it. It's not gonna work. Like, you have to get a good reward on your Farsi or your crouch C. If you don't, and you can't punish him heavy enough, it's gonna be a problem. So let's see. Terry, that's 8. That's not gonna work. That's 9. That's not gonna work. So Terry's just not gonna get a huge reward at all unless you hyper defend it. I mean, not hyper, just defend it. Because that's 6, but I don't know if he's gonna be in close proximity for that. We'll see. He's in close proximity. He's actually in close proximity. Ooh, shit. So he can actually punish it pretty. You saying DP break with Rock, maybe, to get a punish? How fast is his DP break? Ooh, shit. It's 7, so you might be correct. Maybe that's the answer. Let me see. Solid. Not the best, but it is solid. It's something. It's something. Yeah, it's something. Like, that. It's better than nothing. You got to know your option. So if Rock were to block it, he would have to do something like this. And then just super or something. So Terry gets a better reward because he's in close proximity still. It's crazy how different normals are different close, like they activate differently, because like you see how Rocks doesn't activate, but Terry can activate close proximity on that and get a pretty good punish. See, that'll miss, so you would have to just do one. You could do something like that. That's a pretty good punish. If you want to waste some resources, I wouldn't say waste, but if you want to use some resources, it's a pretty good punish. I would say thus far of characters that I tested, Rock's isn't that great. Terry's is solid. Okay, so with Vox, he has a 7-frame DP break. That's 8. That's, if I could get close, that would be nice. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, Vox might get a good punish. He does get a good punish. That's a really good punish. I haven't played Vox in so long, so I forgot some of his routing. But yeah. That's a really good punish. Yeah, that's really good. So Vox gets a huge punish on the overhead, because you can actually do that, yeah, beforehand. So yeah, that's a lot of damage off of the overhead if he blocks right. Oh yeah, you gotta just go into quarter circle forward. It's been a minute since I played with Vox. Oh, you don't have to dash off of that one. Only the EX version you have to dash off of. I didn't get a punish right there. Yo, what's up, Sorasu? Oh, for this game, no, I have not. So Vox gets a pretty good punish off of it. So you can essentially win with Vox if you block the overhead. That's pretty good to know. So Vox gets a huge reward. We've already tested Preacher. She gets a very good reward, but I'll just show it for stream purposes. Yeah, like, so basically, Soretsu, the thing is, it's like, I haven't really competed like heavy offline, like where I was like actually traveling for a game since probably Strive. That was like the last game I like really like traveled for because I love Guilty Gear. I mean, of course I don't play Strive no more, but you know, like that was like the last game I really felt passionate enough to travel for. And Melty Blood, my bad. I actually went to Evo for Melty Blood. And I was like grinding that shit and traveling as well. But for this game, the only reason I haven't is because not only have I been like focused on content and shit, I've been entering like online brackets and stuff and doing really good. I'm like in top 8 probably 95% of the time of tournaments I enter, and I do really good. I've won tournaments, but right now I'm not gonna hold you, I'm just looking for like a really big sponsor to like really take care of me and like put me at these events and like do work, do damage. I just don't want to come out of my pocket. I'm gonna be real with you. Nah, I haven't played GG in a hot minute. But yeah, like right now, it's right now. I just don't want to come out of my pocket because that's just expensive. Because I wanted to go to Evo. That's why I tried to win the Justin Wong trip. But when I got second, it was just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, I got second out of all of the placements I could have got. I got second. So it's like, and they were actually gonna help me go, but it was just like right now with funds, it's like it's just a lot. But you know, things will get better at the end of the day. All you gotta do is keep grinding, baby. Keep grinding. Good things will come to you if you keep grinding. Yo, Chris, thank you for the follow. So Preacher gets a really good reward because she gets this. So that's a very good reward for Preacher if she blocks the overhead. So that's really good. So far Vox definitely gets the best reward, I feel like, because he has a meterless launcher. Let's see what Kane gets. So what he's going to probably be able to do, that's 8 frames, that's 8 frames. Maybe stand Shab. Stand like it. But that doesn't combo, so you would have to do partition it. So that would be harder to do my method of what I was saying though, because you would have to like block it and then you would have to partition. Yeah, his punish would actually be hard, I'm not gonna lie, because you would have to like charge partition and block the overhead, which would be like kind of ridiculous. I mean, he does get a like, I mean, he could do something light like that. Yeah, I appreciate that, Soretsu. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep grinding and doing my thing. I'm gonna keep supporting the community. I'm gonna keep trying to help people get better. People have been supporting me a lot lately via subs on Twitch, YouTube, videos. Like all of my shit's been popping off, so I'm gonna just keep grinding. Like I said, good things will come to those that wait. Like I'm in no rush at this point. Like I feel like, especially because I've been competing for like over 16 years, you know what I'm saying? So like at this point, even with Bar beating me for the Evo trip, I think he deserves it more because I've been competing so long. Like I've already been on multiple stages multiple times, so I don't need that again per se. At this point, I just want to like help people get better, and if I do have an opportunity to compete at the highest level, I'm gonna take that, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Okay, I think Kane's punish kind of sucks because he has to do like a lot of sweaty shit to even get a punish. How about the mirror match? So if you block it in a mirror match, what happens? Like what actually happens? Because this is 11, this is 6, but I don't know if that's gonna reach. That's 9, that's 10. So but he gets lights into EX Tatsu, so that kind of changes things for him. Let me see. Okay, so his punish is actually ridiculous. So whoever blocks the overhead actually gets a punish on the other Marco. So you go right back into Seppa. So that's actually really good. Because he gets a crouch C punish. So Marco's punish is very ridiculous. Like he gets a really good punish. Thus far, Vox still has the best punish. I think Vox and Marco basically probably have the most devastating punishes. Now, with T-Zoc, you probably could just SPD. Yeah, you can SPD. Yeah, you definitely can SPD. Like, even if you didn't want to... I mean, he can combo his lights into EX anyway. Like that. Like that. So he has an option to just combo you straight up. Like that. Or he could probably SPD, which is really good. So that version, the light version, has more range, I would assume. Yeah. So he gets an SPD. What about that? That's really good. That's really good, bro. So T-Zoc's punish on it is really good. Yeah, that's really good. I could see that because zoning T-Zoc is kind of like whatever. Because Just Defend exists. I could actually see this being an okay fight. Especially because if he gets close to you and you do guess right. But by my method, I'm trying to eliminate the guess. I'm actually just trying to make it more like, hey, like this is gonna hit, or you're gonna block it like almost 90% of the time. Yeah, I would think Andy, I haven't tested Andy yet. We're gonna see. But if he can get close proximity, I don't think it's gonna let him get close proximity though. That's the only thing, because some characters activate, some don't. Like B. Jeanette could just do far C. Say she could just far C, so she gets a huge reward. You do far C. And that's if I wanted to waste all resources. If you didn't really want to waste too many resources, you got to make the hit count though. So you got to make the hit count, and that's a pretty good punish. I think hers is one of the best because if she does get a Just Defend randomly, she gets a close proximity C. So yeah, I think hers is really good. I think hers is good. I think hers is pretty good. Okay, Gato. So he 9 frame, 8 frame. Oh yeah, he might be cooked because you can't special cancel that. Only super cancel far B. DP break. How fast is DP break? 9 frame DP break. Yeah, this game has a lot of like things that I like because it takes a lot of work when it comes down to like dissecting this game. Like you really do have to lab this game. Like you really have to lab on this game, and that's what I like. It's a lot of skill checks. Bro, Gato actually might be cooked. Do y'all think Gato can do anything beyond like stand jab into palm? Like Gato actually might be cooked. Let me see. This man actually might be cooked. Like what? I mean, beyond super. What does he do? That is not enough damage. That's not gonna make him stop doing it. Yeah, Gato actually Gato might be cooked in that regard, bro. I think Gato might be cooked in that regard. I don't even think there's anything he could do beyond, like, you know, button super. If he doesn't have super, it's like, yeah. Those are matchups that you do not want to play. Like, if he has that on you, how fast is his EXDP? 7? Bro, if you got an EXDP break, he's cooked. That's bad, man. if you gotta do it, I'm glad you said DP break, because the EX, I forgot it is a little faster. But the fact that he gotta do that sucks. Like, that's bad. Like, so Gato's reward sucks. I already know Kevin Ryan's reward is gonna suck, because for one, his Farsi, you can't special cancel it, and it's slow. That's 10. Yeah, he's cooked too. Yeah, he's cooked. If he blocks it, you don't get anything. Can you command grab? 10 frame command grab. 9 frame. Oh yeah, if you're in overheat, you're done. So I don't think Kevin Ryan gets anything either, beyond like jab into the kick. And he only gets 1 jab. Bro, that is so bad. Now, I don't even think he can reach with close B. Let me see. Nah, it doesn't proxy. It gives him far B. Damn, he's cooked, bro. Yeah, he can't do anything. My man literally just has to do this. Yikes. Or super. What's up, Ferno? Yeah, the only way you can even get a close proximity normal is if you just defend it, which isn't about to happen. Yeah, you can do far B super cancel. That's about it. So yeah, his reward and Gato's reward just suck. Like, if you're blocking it as those characters, it just sucks. Hotaru, you're gonna get a far normal, so that's 9. Too slow. Salvatore's in the same category. That sucks. So that's 8. So you're definitely not gonna get anything right there. You can do far B probably, because that is 6. I know that'll reach, but especially because they nerfed her DP break. So her DP is not gonna reach, even if you were to like do something like that. That's not gonna work. However, she should be able to DP break maybe and punish the overhead, because it is 6. Nope, because of the nerf. That would have hit before the nerf, bro. That actually would have hit before the nerf. That's sad. Yeah, you would literally get a baby ass confirm off of that. Baby ass punish. That sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, she doesn't really get much either. That's 8. That's 7. I mean, I tried the command grab right there. Look at that. Yo, Alex Twin, what's good, homie? Just want to say you're doing guys art, bro. I'm trying to help everybody, man. This game is so much fun. I'm telling y'all, I haven't had this much fun since like Melty Blood on some like real shit. Melty Blood, Guilty Gear. Those was like the last games I really was like, damn, these games is fire. It's funny because Ferno was my main brother too. We was on that. But we, like, Guilty Gear will always like hold a special place for me, because Exert and Strive. Like, I don't even dislike Strive to this day. I just don't play it. And when I do, I play with Elfelt. And now we Andy Brothers, right? Yeah, bro, this a lab day, and you know what? I don't have many streams like this, so for one, I want to appreciate y'all for even coming through to lab streams, because, you know, some people be feeling like lab streams is boring, you know what I'm saying? I understand, you know, some people just love watching ranked or player match or whatever, but sometimes, bro, we as a community got to do these lab streams, bro. Fuck all the bullshit. We got to learn together, because that's going to make the community grow. And that's gonna make us be able to compete with people like Xiao Hai and shit, like Goen. Like, do we want to beat them or nah? You feel me? Like, if we want to beat these guys, like, this the type of shit we gotta do. Cause they do that on their stream. They literally do that, especially Fenriddy. Fenriddy, all of his streams is literally him labbing crazy shit, and then he'll play. But it's like, lab streams are important, man. They really are important. And shit like this is very important. What sucks is she don't get a good punish. And I was using that matchup only. I was playing Hotaru Marco only because of the neutral. But when you look at what you are rewarded for if you block his overhead, if you're not rewarded with a big combo, do not play the matchup. I promise you. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Because the overhead and low is literally gonna like be everything. So we already tested Hoku. Hoku literally only gets this. Man. Another reason why this matchup sucks. He can't even get this. Let me hold up. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. On Justifin, yeah, he gets close heavy. He definitely gets a close heavy on Justifin. So Hoku's reward isn't too good. It gets light. I already know my please. Yeah, that's how I am, Alex. It's like, when I find out new shit, it makes me hungrier to play. Like, I can watch people play, and it might make me, like, hungry to play. But, no cap, when I see people labbing, and I see, like, damn, you can do that? It gets me more hyped to play and, like, test things out. So, she got an 8 frame. This move is really bad. Slide is 12. I mean, she got far B. She might can jab uppercut break though. Hold up. Let me see. Yeah. Hold up. Nah, Maya's actually cooking. Maya's actually cooking right there. Cause she can actually just do jab uppercut break. So that's cause her uppercut break is definitely one of the better ones in the game for range. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That actually makes a lot of sense. That actually made a lot of sense. I like that. So yeah, Maya actually gets a good situation. That's good. The fact that she could just like instant launch you into damage is like that's really good. Okay, so Maya gets a good reward. Billy Kane. Now Billy Kane got like 4 confirms. Like he literally can 4 like confirm you. So it's like he's definitely gonna get some good reward, because even if you were to do that and you had super, maybe without super, but no. So he could do that. I forgot. So yeah, Billy's gonna get a pretty high reward. You block that. He gets that. Yeah, that's good. That's solid. It's not like the best confirm, but in my opinion, it's better than like Hoku's. Because you can do that into super if you do have a super. So that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Not the best punish. So far, the best punishes that we've saw was Vox basically has the best punish in the game on the overhead because he has just a meterless launcher. So Vox and Marco have the best punishes so far. Preacher and Janae's punish are very solid. Like, they're good. Best punishes is definitely Vox and Marco though. Dong Juan, I doubt gets a good punish. I doubt it. How fast is his DP break? 8 frames too slow. That's 6. Not special cancelable though. Yo, heat stroke, what's up? That is gonna give you far. So maybe, is that it? Because I doubt he can, Yo, KVN, thank you for that follow. Yeah, I don't think that Dong Juan is gonna get a good punish. You would have to have like super or something to get a really good punish. So I fear if Dong Juan blocks that, he's just not gonna get anything good. You would have to do an EX DP break. It didn't even give me maybe he's too far to get the break. Yeah, he's too far to get the break, and it's not a punish. That's not even a punish. Damn, rip. So yeah, that's not looking good for him. Ferno already said Salvatore really doesn't get much, but we'll just look and see what it looks like visually. Of course, you'll probably only get like a jab into a stone. You're not gonna get like any heavies or anything because unfortunately, that if that was 7, he would get a good punish. If that was 7, he'd get a really good punish. So yeah, that's it. Rip. That's about it. That's crazy. Hey, did y'all know? I learned this yesterday. Did y'all know Preacher can combo off of her lights into EX Rekka? Did y'all know that? I already know Ronaldo can't do anything. Who knew that in my chat that Preacher could combo off of her lights into EX Rekka? That shit is actually ridiculous. Nah, on normal hit. Y'all didn't know that? See, that's how I know this game isn't Explorer, y'all. Like, I found that shit out yesterday. She can do this shit on normal hit. It must have been in a patch, bro, that they didn't tell us. I promise you. This actually makes her, this, where I put her on my tier list, my A tier, that shit looks accurate. Look at this shit. Bro. Who knew? Tell me that wasn't in a patch. It's no way that we've went this long not knowing that. That had to be in a patch, correct? In one of the patches, they must have changed one of her moves. but didn't say anything. Because there's just no way that she's always been able to do this. $380 off of a light? Stop it. Stop. And hold up. There's something else, chat. There's something else about that. That's not it, chat. It's something else about that too that I'm about to show. Let me get this reversal jab. I'm gonna get it. There we go. There's something else about this, chat. There's something else about this. Reversal jab is on. Watch this. Auto frame trap. So not only is her Rekka plus, she can literally autopilot that block string and it's nothing you could do about it. You would have to like just defend it. And by the way, it's +9. So you can actually get micro into that. You can actually do that. It's hard to do, but you can do it. You see that? That's why I kind of been exploring her more. I actually think she's way better than what we give her credit for. And I think that she would actually shake up the meta in a different manner. I actually think she's really good. Even before I found out about the light, I thought she was really good. But that kind of takes the cake for her being like kind of on the ridiculous side. Auto frame trapping plus Rekka is kind of crazy. Like when you think about it, like when you actually think about it, it's actually kind of crazy. Because if you think, that shit is +3. So it's like 9 times out of 10, your opponent is not going to hit a button if they're a smart player, meaning she can just scoop you. So it's like, you always have that option. And because you have that option, it's like, oh no. You dropping mine for Preacher? I mean, hey, that would be a good investment. You can also cancel first hit of Fireball into Rekka for a jailed 50-50. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, she's pretty good, man. She just needs some more people on her, and then yeah. Now I promise you, this character, I think my tier list is pretty accurate. I definitely think it's pretty accurate. I think A+ tier is where she sits, because she has everything that she needs to win. Her DP also hit so far out, some setups don't work on her. She's super slept on. Yeah, she's definitely, I definitely agree. And her DP is just really good because of the range, like you said. Because even like the fact that she can like 3 confirm you off of lights into still into an uppercut is like really strong. Like stuff like this, like the fact that reaches, and even stuff like that, like. She can also cross you, right? What you talking about, like with her kick? Or are you talking about like an actual cross up like JB? And then on top of, like, she has a meterless overhead that she can combo off of, which is like ridiculous. Because yeah, you could react, but you, like, a person can say they can react to the overhead, but she still has the low, and she doesn't have to do anything. She has easy Oki that she could just meet you with a fireball. Combo off of that full combo. And something that a lot of people don't know about that was in one of my my guides is that for a throw tag bait, she can actually combo you off of her this move is really good. This move is really good because it's only -2 on block and it auto shimmies. Like if somebody were to tech throw, yeah, auto shimmies. And you get a full combo. For all of my Preacher players, use that move. I use this move a lot when I play her because it's safe on block and it auto shimmies into a full combo. Really good. Yeah, people will JD guard cancel you, but you got to think of it like this. If somebody is JD guard canceling you, for one, they're revving themselves up. For two, if you go low, it's a good chance that you're gonna stuff whatever they do, depending on what they do. Because if they uppercut break, and they actually do the invul version, then that was just a risk anyway, because they committed. They didn't like react to you actually trying to attack them. If they do any other version, you're gonna stuff them with a crouching B. So it's kind of like one of those things to keep in mind of like when you are, especially in the corner, if you were to do this, you want to like dash a little deeper and do that. If I can dash a little deeper. I don't really like wave dashing with her like that. That's a full jump, right? No, it's short hop. So yeah, I definitely think that she's like super slept on, but that's one thing that a lot of Preacher players need to do more. I was using it a lot yesterday when I was playing her. She gets a full combo into a safe jump from stand, far jab, from blocking the overhead. So what we were saying, you actually could just get a crouch C. I think crouch C is just, it's more optimal. Like if you get a crouch C, then you could do that. That way you're getting more damage. Because yeah, she could definitely just do far jab, but yeah, you could do crouch C to get the maximum amount of damage. That'd be the optimal play right there. Okay, we didn't finish Ronaldo. Let's do Ronaldo. So I doubt he gets anything really. Okay, that's 5. That's 5. That's 7. Oh, I still on I gotta turn it off. So that doesn't work because of course it's not actually hitting on frame 5, it's traveling a bit. So that's not gonna work. That'll work. I mean, you could super off of that. That doesn't work. Ronaldo really doesn't get anything good. I don't know if that's gonna reach. That does reach, but that still sucks because the way his DP break works, you would just have to like super or let it rock for a set play. Yeah, it's not good. She's fast, has great damage, amazing reach, can combo for light button. The Preacher players will say she's bottom 3. Preacher, I've heard like weird things, like weird takes on her. I ain't gonna say I've heard bottom 3, but I've definitely heard like bottom 5 and stuff like that. All right, so Andy, of course, that is an 8 frame. That is a 12 frame. He's not gonna be able to get close proximity. I would doubt he gets that. Yeah, he doesn't get the he could get the target combo, because that isn't gonna reach. He could get the target combo though, I'm sure. That's 8. That's 7. So every time you block it, I guess you would have to just do this. So if you blocked it, I mean, if you got super, that's not a bad reward. I would say if you got super, that's not a bad reward at all. That's pretty solid. So basically, of all the characters I looked at, the characters that get, you know, like really, really godlike rewards that he wouldn't want to keep doing overhead would be like, I think Vox still has the best reward in the game by far. Marco has a really high reward too because he can get into his set play if he blocks it. T-Zoc actually has a very, very high reward as well because he can just SPD you and it does a pretty good chunk. He can also light confirm you into an EX, so that's really strong. Janae and like Preacher have solid, very good routing that they can do. They're gonna have to waste a little bit of resources, but they have something good. These two characters just suck when they block it. Rock's punish was not that great either. Terry's was okay. Hoku's punish is bad. Hotaru's punish is bad. Mai's is pretty solid. Billy's is okay. Like, it's okay. Dongguan doesn't exist. Salvatore doesn't exist. Ronaldo doesn't exist. And Andy can just uppercut you into a full conversion. So, I mean, it's EX, so you would just have to, like, you know, understand where your SPG is and thus for of how much meter you want to use. But, I mean, if you can use the meter, you're good. But if he's almost revved up, like, you're just not going to do it, you know? So, I would say because of this character against a lot of the cast automatically has a pretty good time. Because let's be real here. Right now, nobody is really punishing the overhead anyway when they block it. I see a lot of players still blocking it and not punish it. I attempted to punish it yesterday in bracket and it got blocked. My punish got blocked, so I was late. But I tried to punish it. But I feel like if you're playing a character that does not punish his overhead, it's no reason for you to be playing that matchup. And I'm being dead ass. Like, I don't think that it's a reason to play the matchup if you cannot punish it. You need a character that could at least punish it. So I would say, like, if you, like, know any other character that, you know, can punish it really well, then I would go with that character. Like I said, this character, Vox, definitely gets the best punish in the game because he could just do crouch C. That's literally like the best punish in the game. Into a safe jump. So you see how quickly the match can turn around just off of that. Yo, Redman, what's goody, bro? So now that we know this, right? Now that we went through the whole cast, we saw what characters can punish, we see like, etc., etc. Now is the most important part. Now is the most important part. So now we talk more about the mix and like what it really is. And I know a lot of people probably just got to my stream. The biggest thing about the mix, because I have it on both slots. I have it on slot number 1 and slot number 2. What you want to do is you want to block. You want to crouch block when you see his arm move. That's what we're going to have to train our reactions to do. Because you saw me block that overhead crouching, right? I blocked it crouching because it hit me in the later frames, like where I was able to still block crouching. So I'm blocking the low and I'm blocking the overhead. But that's why you see a crouching animation when I block that overhead. You see that? I'm still blocking low. Yo, Mojo, I appreciate that follow. So the key is to look at his arm, and if you look at his arm, you can still block the feint, and you'll block the overhead. His conversion on a low goes right back into the loop because he can just DP break the low confirm and then go right back into like, you know, low confirm into, you know, uppercut break, knee break, and then back into EX Tatsu and loop you. How much damage? I'll show you. Oh, let me turn the cooldown countdown off. So like that was a 255. That's if he doesn't want to waste a bar, but he usually always has meter when he hits you. So even that was 350, 353. Because if he gets the meaty overhead, he essentially gets more damage, but you don't want to take the low because it's just going to loop you back into the same situation, you know? So it's like, you got to pick your poison at that point. You have to try to like react to the situation. Basically what I'm showing like the concept is you're stand blocking and you crouch block when you see his arm move. Because if you commit to something, like if you say, hey, like I feel like the overhead is coming, I'm gonna just stand block, you're gonna get cooked. Like you're just gonna lose. Because eventually the mental stack is gonna get to you. But if you actually react to his arm, you can still block low. Even if you block the overhead, you can still block it low. Because if you, I've tried that concept, Rama, I've tried that concept in tournament, and it just doesn't work. It's gonna mental stack you. Because what's gonna happen, they're gonna keep going low, and you're just gonna lose. And it sounds like, well, they're just guessing, but nah, like the low is just no risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you still commit to the low, you're gonna lose. But if you react to the arm, then you have a better chance at blocking it. At least the percentage goes up like highly. Am I fuzzying it? I wouldn't call it a fuzzy. I'm just literally crouching when I see his arm. Because when you look at the setup, I'm gonna show him one by one, right? I'm gonna show this setup first. So you see his arm, right? His arm moves. That is, I'm holding back the whole time. While I'm on the ground, I'm holding back. I'm not holding down back. I'm not trying to react to the overhead. I'm holding back the whole time. That's why you're reacting to the arm, because you see I just crouch block the overhead. That's why you react to the arm, because you're reacting to the feint. If you react to the arm, you're still reacting to the feint, which means that if you crouch block, that's why you see me where I'm able to crouch block the overhead, because I'm still reacting to the arm. Oh, y'all gotta add. I'll wait. Actually, I'm gonna not pick box. Pick preach again. My bad. Had to respond to some YouTube comments. Y'all back? Okay. So, basically what I was saying is the reason why you react to the arm is because when he does the setup, look at the setup. Look at it very closely. Tatsu's whiffs jab. He has to land, and then he's going to do the overhead on the perfect frame. The only reason he's going to do a perfect frame because he wants a crouch C. So all you're looking for is his arm to move. The moment you see his arm move, you hold crouch block. That's why you're able to see me block the overhead from crouch. And I'll show it again. I'm not blocking it standing. You see that? I'm blocking it crouching. I'm not blocking that standing. If you block it crouching like that, you'll block that low feint and you'll block the overhead at the same time. So now you put both slots on, and what you're trying to react to visually, you're trying to just react to the actual arm. You're not trying to react to anything else. Don't look at your character. Don't look at none of that. You are looking at the arm. If you look at the arm, you have a better chance at reacting. Everybody's reaction time is going to be different. So your reaction time might not be my reaction time, right? But if I were to give advice to somebody on the mix-up, I wouldn't say, hey, look to try to do this quarter circle back option select rev. Because the problem with this is if you rev guard it, it's going to hurt a lot of characters. Some of those punishes that we just went through won't even be possible anymore because of the rev guard. Because of the pushback. It's going to change a lot of things. So you wouldn't want to rev guard the overhead. It's just not a really good option. And if you miss this by any chance, you're going to get clipped in your ankles. And it's definitely easy to miss this input on wake up. So it's like, I would rather just try to react to the arm. So that time I got hit. That time I got hit. So the timing is definitely strict. Like I said, I think it's a 1 frame or 2 frame. That time I got it. And you'll know if you get it because you'll crouch block the overhead. If you crouch block the overhead, your timing was right. It's not a 1000% like every time you're gonna block it. It still takes a timing. But if you were correct, you'll see a crouch block on the overhead. That's how you know you blocked it right. If you got a stand block or you got hit, you didn't block it right. And with that much damage, he's gonna think about doing that. Now, are there layers? Are there other layers? Could he throw me? Yeah, he could throw me. But you're trying to eliminate the overhead. If you can eliminate the overhead, you're okay. I don't care if he rethrows me. I don't care about that. I care if he overheads me and knocks me out of plenty of tournaments that I've entered. That's what I care about. So I think that it's important to try to react to his arm. And if you can do that consistently, you'll have a better chance of beating him. So basically, I'm holding back the whole time. And what I'm reacting to, I'm literally looking at his character model. And the moment I see his arm lift, because he's going to lift the arm on the feint and he's going to lift the arm on the elbow, the overhead. All I'm looking at is the arm. The moment the arm moves and lifts, I immediately press down back. And it's going to give me a block on the overhead and the low. Felt the plenty of tournaments part. Like, yeah, I meant that shit, Silent. Like, I'm not about to complain about it. I'm gonna just jump in the lab. You feel me? Like, you know how we do. Like, I'm not about to just keep losing to the same shit over and over and over and over and over. Like, I'm not about to do that. But what I will do is help other people with the same struggle that I've been facing in tournament. I've literally lost every single tournament. I lost the whole Evo trip over getting overheaded. I literally lost a whole Evo trip, paid for in full, off of getting overheaded. I literally lost my last few tournaments off of getting overheaded. I'm going to dissect the character, bro. If more people start blocking his overhead just based off of the information that I just said, more people will cook Marco and knock him out the tournament. We will not have to deal with that shit. I can lose the Hoku mirror match because I know I can either A, outplay the Hoku player, or I just pick another character. But me losing the overhead low, nah. So yeah, I'm blocking it exactly. Like, it's still giving me a late block because you see I'm still blocking an overhead crouching. That's why you know it's a late block. Because the game is still registering me standing, but in reality, I'm crouching. And if you do that, and like I said, and I want to make this clear to everybody in my chat, I'm not saying that this shit is 1000% you're blocking it every single time. I am not saying that. I'm saying right now we are getting hit so much that we have to find an answer. This is the best answer I have found thus yet. That's what I'm saying. So if you want to attempt to block the shit at a higher ratio, I think that this is the route. I think that this is the route. You just look at the arm, you crouch block when you see his arm move, because you can visually just react to that part. If you get hit, you mistimed it. Point blank period. Yeah, I think everybody should lab this. If you get hit, you just mistimed it. Mistimed it. And I can chop it up to I mistimed it because I got hit. I timed it right. You saw the crouch block. If you see the crouch block, you timed it right. If you see the crouch block, you timed it right. Oichi might have been spitting. What's up, Swag? So I got hit right there. I mistimed it. I mistimed it. If you don't see a crouch block on that overhead, you're mistiming it. Right there. So that's the first time you see me get hit low. Timed it right. I got hit. I didn't even try to just defend that. Yeah, we're labbing some Marco today. See that crouch? That was the right timing. I feel like ever since I've done this method, my reaction to it got better. For sure. Like I said, if I get hit now, I could be like, damn, I mistimed it. Versus saying, damn, I'm just getting mixed. Because now it doesn't feel like I'm getting mixed. Now it feels like a reaction check. Now, online is going to be a whole different animal. I'm not even going to hold y'all. Online reacting is going to be a whole different animal. Because as good as rollback is, you just never know. That's all I'm going to say about that. You found a dirty Andy setup, mid-screen, safe jump, meaty setup, spacing traps, and forward throw meaty setups that all loop into itself, and all of it is auto time. Yeah, Mojo, the ones I do know is like the elbow break off of like throw, forward throw, elbow break into overhead meaty, into close C combo. I know about that one. I know about a lot of his corner setup meaties. What's up, Terry? Online as a blender, you're getting mixed. Like, if the connection if the connection is not Gucci, like if that shit is any bit of like crazy, I'm talking about any bit of jittery or anything, I fear you might be cooked. Lowcost said in real life it's easier to react to Marco. I could believe that. Offline it probably is going to be a little easier, right? Because we're not playing through online, but you got an even easier one off a forward throw? What, for like a meaty overhead? But yeah, I'm a definitely try this method more. The next tournament I play, I'm gonna try this method more and see if my ratio goes up. You literally have to block that low last frame. You literally have to block that low last frame. If you do not, you're hit. It's more important to block the low last frame. Like that, yeah. It's more important to block the low last frame and almost get hit by the low versus like not getting hit by the low. Yeah, because you'll always get that, yeah. Just do HK spin kick break, then press far C. It counter his wake up jab, throw, and jumping. Oh, that's actually pretty good. You keep missing your DPs on the JD guard cancel. So basically, Swag, what I'm doing is I'm stand blocking on wake up, and when you see his arm move, like when his arm moves off of the feint, you're down backing. And what this will do is you'll see me block the overhead, but you'll see me in a crouching animation. It's because I'm blocking last frame. So you're able to block the low and the overhead, specifically like last frame. But you'll know you do it right if when you block the overhead, you're crouching. Like if you see a crouch animation while you're blocking the overhead, you timed it completely right, meaning you would have blocked the low and the overhead on the same frame. If you get hit, it just means you're mistiming it. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So like right there, I didn't block late enough to block that low. So that's a timing issue on my part. Same thing with that. Right there, I blocked it perfect. Right there, I blocked it perfect. See what I mean? You see how I was crouching right there? That's what you want. If you see a crouch block, you did it correctly. Yeah, TFS, that is really important. It's like super important. I think that that's going to be the key to us defeating Marco, bro. Because he has like, okay, so he has other setups. And I do know those as well. He does have other setups. So we're going to record slot 3, but we're going to put his SPG on. But what I'm showing is not going to change. Basically is what I'm kind of getting at. It's not going to change. That's what we're just going to have to go for. So the other setup would be him doing like this. And you want to break that. And then you can go for overhead or low, same thing. Because he'll be, if you do it perfectly, he's going to be 19. That time it was 20. That time it was 19. Yeah, Logcraft be putting everybody in the blender, like, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Butterballs, what's up? I'm showing her as an example, but yeah, I've been playing her a lot more lately. Yo, Rodrigo from the City of Friends. Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the stream. So I think so right there I was plus 20. I don't know if you can still get it off of plus 20, can you? I'm trying to get the overhead, but it's like the timing is weird. So I got it that time. So I think, honestly, that setup is going to be the same. Yeah, because it's still going to give you +6. So you'll still be able to link. No, you won't. Hold up. Yeah. You will. You'll still be able to link it. I think even if it's 20, it'll probably still give you the same thing. Y'all probably I'll probably want some setups like in the near future. Like, she was my beta character, so I do have a lot of hours on her. And I played her quite a bit in the release game. I got quite a bit of setups, honestly. I just don't have like, the only thing I really don't have with her is like meaty overhead setups. Like, everything else of kind of like the setups I like to do with her, I have. Stop capping, you still mad nice with her. Like, yeah, I mean, I put a lot of hours into her, so I just don't really play her often. But like I said, I was playing her all day yesterday, and I had a lot of success in rank. Like, when I was playing her in rank, I didn't use her in a tournament. I wanted to, but I didn't, just because of the matchups I was playing against. Yeah, me and Grinyas play a lot in bracket. Like, he's just like, when me and him play, he's yet to beat me in bracket. We probably play like over 8 times, 9 times. I beat him like every single time, just because he can't beat my runaway style on Hoku. No, I didn't play him I was playing him in ranked in the mirror match. Like, we were going back and forth and ranked in the mirror match. No, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to play the mirror match in a tournament just to risk it, because he was edging me out in the mirror match, but we were going back and forth. But in tournament against him, I just pick Hoku because he has yet to beat the runaway style. Really? Is it like a short hop or a regular jump? Oh, it's regular jump. Or is it short hop? To throw with a rising button. Oh, you gotta whip a rising button. Bet. Nice. Nice setup. Yeah, like, I do want to start using like, y'all know me, I experiment a lot in tournament. Bro, I played Marco yesterday in tournament. I literally used Marco in like winter side because I just wanted to experiment. I'm okay with experimenting and losing. I'm definitely okay with experimenting and losing, especially now. And especially now that, like, that you taught me about the light kick, that she can actually combo off her B into EX Rekka. That changes a lot. Your app crashed? No, I actually saw your message. What's up? Master B Jeanette. I appreciate that. Oh, you get a meaty off of that too? The hell? Like that. In corner, you could do short hop forward, quarter circle back. Yeah, there it goes. That's +6. Wow. Those are some nice little setups. Yeah, that's good. DP cancel. Damn, y'all got some tech. It's funny because if I had more tech with her, I'd be even more devastating. But these are definitely helping. Yeah, that's really good. So yes, I do think that that's the key to blocking Marco, because now we will pick Marco and we'll kind of go over some key things I see in a match. Because like I think the biggest thing really is, I feel like the biggest thing about the character is literally the mix. I think that's the biggest thing, the mix. And did I pick the stage? I don't really like to train on this stage. Oh, I thought it said training mode. It said training. It said training rounds. I hope to count your participation in the upcoming tournament on July 8th. Yeah, we'll see you. So the biggest thing is like at neutral, I'm not really pressed on his neutral. Like his fireball is really good, right? It's mostly the super, and like the super being, I guess, safe from full screen. Unless you have like a specific like teleport or something. I would think like Andy or like Hoku maybe could teleport it, but the travel speed on it is really fast, so you might actually get hit. I think the biggest thing is literally just getting loot. That's like the biggest thing of the reason I've been losing a lot of my matches. I actually think I still got the replays, right? Yeah, Preacher can level 2. Yeah, Preacher's level 2 is actually really good. Because one thing is like losing because you're making mistakes, and one thing is losing because like you're just not playing good enough, right? And I think a lot of it. Okay, yeah, we do have the replays. So oh, that was ranked. Let me see. That was ranked. I want to see if I have. Do I have? Yeah, where I played Marco against Robert. So I tried to use Marco against Robert. It didn't go as planned, but I would like to kind of, now that I know some more things, I want to see like. Okay, so for one, that shouldn't have been a thing. Because that was big to get counter hit by that round start like that. Oops. Still not good at the okay, that's how you turn it off. Okay. That was big right there. Then I got hit by that. I felt like I was gonna go for an uppercut break just to make him block it. Mind you, this was like one of my first matches with the character, so I was like stiff. Yo, Games, thank you so much for that follow. Games of Pocho. Appreciate that. Okay, I got that. So right there. Okay. So Robert usually does Rev Guard on Wake Up, so I knew that. I should have did. I know what I should have did. I should have did Tatsu right there. I mistimed that anyway, because that definitely would have hit him. And then I lost. Okay. I thought he was super for sure. I probably should have full jumped. Yeah, I should have full jumped. So I didn't even get a punish right there. I should have pressed stand D though. I did the right thing too. Then I got shimmy. Yeah, I think you just whiff off of the throw. I think you do you whiff the kick. I think. I would have to test it. I definitely have to test it. METV, thank you for that follow, not follow, raid. Appreciate that raid. Hope you had a great stream. Okay, I got that. I think off of the thank you for that follow too. We'll have to test it after this. Did I win this round or not? Wow, we traded. What a trade. Okay, I did win a round. I couldn't remember. Nice. That was so optimal. I tried to do EX Tatsu right there. Nice. I went for it again. He actually went for the right punish too. I was waiting to just defend something so I could get some life back. I promise I supered right there. That, I shouldn't have let that rock. That was important. That was game, actually. And and I actually did the right thing. It's just I did it too slow. That was so risky. I had that game. For that to be my first game with him, like, I actually had that. Okay, let me see. Yeah, that elbow was kind of wow. Okay, so off a throw. What is throw? It's plus 59. So usually that's only 16. That's 16. That's 22. Let me see about Rising. Oh yeah, it's definitely not gonna be Rising Button because that's that. Because usually off of a EX Tatsu you get super jump with button. Oh, let me turn this off. So nah, EX Tatsu is this setup right here. This is EX Tatsu. That's EX Tatsu. When you get plus 19, you always get meaty overhead. But super jump with button is only plus 16 right there. Now EX Tatsu Red Blow is something different. That's 21. That's still too much. If it's not frame perfect 19, it's too much. That's 21. Oops. That's 21. It would have to be 19. And that's 16. I've seen people do it off of jump, but it's not auto timed. It's manually timed. They're manually timing that. Can you jump with throw? No, Marco doesn't have an air throw. Yeah, because on short hop it's 21. Yeah, like you can do it off a throw, but they're manually timing that, because you can definitely manually time it out for 21 because essentially you just do it a little later, but it's not auto time. Because that's plus 7 right there. Of course, you can come off of that, but yeah, I don't know what they were with. I did find, like, if you do this, you can I was getting it off of that. That's 20. That's 21. That was 19. If you do it, if you let his dash rock, now the only part that's manually timed would be is if I'm letting the whole dash animation rock. If you cancel the dash, it would be manual. If you let the dash like actually finish and then you do feint, then it's auto time. It's a harder auto time because you have to let his dash finish. That's why it can fluctuate in number. So it's just not an easy auto time, but as long as you let the dash rock and don't cancel the dash, it'll still be like an auto time setup. It's not something I would go for because ultimately it can still mess up. Yeah, the thing about dash setups is dash setups are just dangerous because you can cancel dash animations at any point. So it's like harder to do dash setups. But I definitely get what you mean. That's 22. Oops. That's 24, so that's not gonna work. That's 27. Yeah, I don't know what he could do. $17. 11. I tried that, but it gives you it'll give you on a full jump it'll give you 16, and on a short hop it'll give you 21, but you need 19 to get it meaty. Like, see, you need 19 to get it meaty. So off a throw, I don't know what you could do. That's 11, and then that one is 22. Yeah, I don't know what he could do. Maybe overhead, I doubt it, but 14. Oh my god. That's 27. Fireball feint. Rising short hop with then should work. Oop, that's not try. See, it's still giving me 21 on that. I don't understand that. Because I'm definitely rising with the button. And it's still giving me 21. But then if you do this, it still gives you 21. Yo, boom, what's good? Oh, you got a setup off of that? I know he got something. Rising versus landing is 2-frame difference. Yeah, that it should work, right? Hop doesn't matter when you press. It's a hop, landing, jab. Because I felt like... But it's still giving me 21. Yeah, it's like, exactly. Like, you would have to alter it slightly. Which would be... It's still manually timed, but it's not as hard because you would just do it a frame later. So it's not that bad. Like, if you do it... like just a slight frame later after you land like that, you would still be able to get it. Like that. Dash up heavy to help. Oh, dash hop. Hold up. I see. That one is tricky, but I can see that working. Because regular hop is what? 20. Dash hop land button. Land button. Yeah, that one is tricky. That's one that you would definitely... Oh, you found one? Butterballs? Empty short hop. Empty short hop? What's up, Ryuki? Yeah, I think the easiest one is gonna be you just delaying that. I mean, you can get that one every time, though. I feel like you could definitely get that every time off of the throw. I feel like you could get that every time, though. How do you... Okay, so... Yeah, once you... That one is definitely... How do you do the extended combos with the charge punch? What's the route? What's the route on that? Yeah, Ryuki, I've been going through a lot of... we basically went through the whole cast to see the rewards around... who gets the best rewards off of his overhead on block, and came to the conclusion that Vox and Marco definitely get the best rewards. Vox gets the best reward, period. Nah, Boom, bro, like literally every time I go to the lab with him, just to like mess around, of course, I don't ever do those combos because I don't know them. And I'll see people do them and I can't remember them, and I don't be feeling like looking it up on YouTube. I ain't gonna lie. There's a bunch of different ways to get the charge route. I don't know how to explain that over text. Is there like a stable one? Like, do you just do, is it like off of EX uppercut? Is it off of like, how do you get it started? Is it off of fireball whiff? Like, how is it started? If I could see how to start it, I'd be alright. It depends on if you're in the corner too. Boom, it's nice that you playing the game too. I heard you been cooking in your area, that you've been playing the game. That's dope. Game is really good, man. I just want more people to, for sure, to play it and support it and keep grinding this shit, because this game is really good. I'm also glad like that there's online brackets every single day, especially Monday through Friday. There's a bracket every single day, so that's really nice. Yep, I respect that. That's the best way. The question, Boom, is, are people blocking your mix-ups when you do them offline? Because I was just practicing like blocking the mix, and like, if you do look at his arm, you do have a better chance at blocking it, because you can crouch block the overhead, which is interesting. With a late block, you can still crouch block the overhead, which will essentially crouch block the low and crouch block the overhead on last possible frame. Do AC 236 AC red blow into juggles. I've seen that route. Just do EXDP break into juggles, both scale awfully though. Y'all like 12 years old see that shit. That's funny. Yeah, delaying it by a frame does mess up a lot of things, because if somebody's just waiting, then you delay it by a frame. Yeah. I just literally just need to know what it starts off of. Like, if I know what the combo starts off of, I'm okay. You could do AC 236 AC. So would I be charging it? Like, when would I be charging it though? Oh, you gotta be an SPG for that route? Oh, because you said AC 236 AC red blow. Okay, I see. Because I've seen some crazy routes from the character, bro. I've seen some crazy ass routes. I don't think you necessarily need them, but I've even seen like maybe like, for example, like Goichi will do a lot of the basic stuff, but he'll close out. If he needs to close out a round, he will cash that shit. Because like, of course, like if I wanted to, usually I literally would do that. Or does he get super right there? That's so that's so silly. They like literally about to fall. I wonder what, hold up. Let me think. Because the charge time, you would have to charge it off of something probably like what, uppercut? So DP break, EXDP, quarter circle forward 4, break, release charge. And ES fireball, ES quarter circle back punch super. See, yeah, I need something like that. Like, that's exactly... mid-screen. So DP break, EXDP. So you would start charging on the EXDP. So you would do and then break that. And then do... Okay, I'm just trying to process what I'm charging. Oh, you labbed Marco a lot? So you would do... I'm just trying to think of like... Because I know how y'all... Do y'all have a macro for break? Because I don't. I don't use a macro for break. I like manually press it. Yo, what's good, Scar? You definitely need to do this. What is that? Lab Marco? Oh yeah, Lab and Marco is crucial. Bro, I've lost my last 3 tournaments to Marco, bro. I lost the whole Evo trip to Marco. Shout outs to Bar. He the homie. He's a good player. But bro, I got mixed out of my trip to Evo. Everything was paid for. Bro, everything was paid for. I got mixed out of my trip. When you start thinking about that shit logically, like you like, bro, I actually got overheaded out of my trip, bro. Like, so gotta lab this shit, bro. Got to. So I understand the... So it's DP break, EX DP break, and then you charge right here, which I understand that part, but it's like, how am I gonna do that kick break while I'm charging 2 buttons? How am I breaking it? how do you break it with? Because you can't break with. Oh, you can break with the guard, but see, when I break with throw tag. That's just what I do. What's up, Zendo? Yeah, those are some really good games. Like, it was definitely like a fun matches against Barbar. Like, it literally went down to everything last game, last hit. What's up, Hado? We just laughing. You have missed a lot. I ain't gonna lie on this stream. You've missed a lot. But just kind of like the reward on. Oh, that's another thing, Scar. We went over the reward on who gets rewarded the heaviest when you block Marco's overhead. And out of the whole cast, Vox, I'm gonna do that combo too, Butter. I'm gonna do that combo. But hold on, let me tell people who. So basically, reward wise, when you block the overhead. Reward wise, Vox gets the best reward in the entire game because he can do crouch C, quarter circle back C, and get a meterless launcher into combo. Marco gets this probably like the second best reward because his just goes in the mix and he can do crouch C. So those two characters get the best reward. Rock's reward was really bad because he has to DP break the overhead to even get a high reward. Versus like other characters that literally just have a meterless button. Terry gets a pretty good reward because he can do his like, you know, the 6C. He can do that. Preacher gets a very good reward because she can do crouch C into EX confirm. So she gets a good reward. Cayenne's reward is really sweaty and very hard to do because you will have to charge purchase in a standing normal into a flash kick. And so that's going to be hard to do when he's trying to overhead you. So his is way too sweaty. T-Zoc actually gets a very good reward on the overhead block because he gets SPD. You can literally reversal SPD it for a lot of damage. Or you can go into a light confirm into an EX. So he gets a good reward. B. Jeanette's reward is very good also because her far C is 7 frames. His overhead when blocked is -7, so she gets a very good reward on far C. Gato absolutely gets nothing, which sucks. Kevin Ryan, nothing, sucks. Hotaru's sucks. Hokudamaru's punish, not good. Mai's punish, solid. Very solid punish. Nah, it gives it when you're plus 19, like it'll always give it still -7. So like if you do a setup like this, I'll make them block standing just to show it. It'll be -7. Which move were we talking about? We're talking about his overhead. You just picked up the game and can't choose who to main. Honestly, just choose like whatever character you like or whatever character, like, I don't know your archetype of characters you like, but whatever archetype you like, I would, yeah, Preacher gets 2C. Yeah, any character where they have to rely on like a far jab or a far B and do super is a pretty bad reward because you're not always going to have those accessible. So those characters I still put in the category of like bad reward on blocking the overhead. Mai, like I said, Mai gets a good reward because she can literally just do stand A into DP break because it'll still reach because of her reach. Billy Kane can still 3 confirm into supers. Or he could 2 confirm into quarter circle forward B, which is it's a okay punish. Dongguan can't do anything. Salvatore can't do anything, And by anything, I mean their punish is so light that it's never going to make him stop doing the overhead. Ronaldo, same thing. And Andy, same thing. However, Andy, if he does have EX, he can just EX DP into a full route. He can EX DP, bring you back to the ground, and do a full route with other EX moves. So Andy's punish is solid as long as you're willing to use EX. Nah, yeah, you got to do a single A into a DP break. So basically, of all those characters, this character, Vox, and Marco basically get the best punishes. You played Dudley on Street Fighter 4 and you played Ed on Street Fighter 6. By the looks of that, it looks like you probably like mix-up characters, which Marco would be your fit. If you played Dudley and you played Ed, I would say like Marco would probably be a good fit for you. Especially because Dudley like relies on overhead low mix. So I would definitely say Marco would be a pretty good fit. But yeah, so we went through all the rewards on the characters, and that's kind of like the rewards. But Vox definitely gets the best punish in the game entirely. My man can just launch you. And if y'all want to visually see that, like I said, I did show it earlier on my stream, but I'll show it again just so for the people that missed it. But yeah, Vox, bro, he literally gets the best. He gets all that if he blocks. That's really, really good. Like, really, really good. So, no matter what, he'll always get Crouch C, because his Crouch C, it just reaches. Oh, yeah, I could definitely still see that you wouldn't pick him into Marco. Just because it's like, it's not going to be a better time for you, I would say. Yeah, you're definitely not going to have a better time. I think Marco into Marco is like the answer. That's a pretty good play. I think Hotaru neutrally does good. I think Hotaru in the neutral does good. Yo, Senzu, thank you for that follow. But I think that her punish on the overhead is so weak that it's a problem. Because since they nerfed her uppercut break, she's not able to really punish him like hard. Like she used to could punish him for that. She really can't punish it like that good. So that's like a weakness to her. Hoku, same thing. He just can't punish it. Yeah, Preacher, so Preacher can do Crouch C. Yeah, that's, yo, that's what I've been thinking, honestly, but I'm just kind of weighing my options. But yeah, Preacher, she can literally just do Crouch C. Like, that'll always be a punish. So at that point, you could do Crouch C uppercut if you wanted to keep it some, like, meterless, or you could actually just cash out some actual damage. Oops. So like if I blocked it, I would probably just go directly on the record. Sure, she could probably get more damage, but if I wanted something easy and simple that anybody could do, you would get about that much damage. What does that do? 370. Yeah, she gets a pretty huge reward on it. So it's like, and that's very important, especially if you're gonna block it. Now, if I said your character doesn't get a good reward, I would I would suggest that you probably don't invest too much time into that matchup. I would say, like, if you block it and you either get lights or you only get like a super or something, it's just not a good matchup. Because he can kind of like, at that point, he could just put you in this situation that's just not worth it. Because I really don't feel like the character's that hard to fight at neutral per se. Usually when I lose to the character, I'm losing because I'm getting mixed. Garunta, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm usually losing because I'm getting mixed. I'm not really losing necessarily at neutral, or I'm losing to him throwing out a Tatsu at neutral. Like if he Tatsus and you just get hit by it because you have to hyper it. You literally have to hyper defense him. If you cannot, you're gonna lose. And it's pretty easy to hyper it. It's not the hardest thing to hyper. I actually think it's pretty easy to hyper. If you're like, so basically how I feel about his overhead mix is basically what I showed. If you are looking at his arm, you can react to his arm and late block. If you are trying to react to the actual feint, then you're gonna get hit. But if you react to his arm movement, then you can block it more consistently. If you try to just react to the feint though, you're hit. It's better to hyper it because, you know, in a real match you're probably gonna block it and then you're just gonna be locked in block stun. So I would say it's better to hyper it versus try to just defend it at neutral. Because I feel like if you try to sit there and just defend it, you're going to get hit. Yeah, his Tatsu is like really strong. That's the problem. Like if his Tatsu was like unsafe on break, like if it was unsafe, like I'm talking like -5, -6, he wouldn't be as strong. He wouldn't be as strong, man. That's like the biggest thing about it. So basically, with both animations on, because I got both recordings on, like 1 and 2 are both the same recording. 1 is overhead, 2 is low. Because I think Luigi is late to the stream, but basically Luigi at the beginning of the stream, I was showing that if you watch his animation, and by watch his animation, I mean you look at his arm, you don't look at anything else. He lifts his arm on the feint and he lifts his arm on the overhead. If you crouch block, when you see his arm, if you crouch block in the perfect frame, you can crouch block the overhead. It'll actually give you a crouch block on the overhead, but it'll still count you as blocking high. So it'll look like this. It'll look like this. This is like the animation of what it'll look like. You see how I blocked that? And it showed I was crouching when I blocked that overhead. That's what it'll look like. If you get that block animation, you'll block the low and the overhead at the same frame. Oh, you see that? That means you perfect blocked it. Yeah, that means you perfect blocked it. You can actually perfect block it. You'll get the crouch animation. You see that? You'll get the crouch animation. That means you perfect blocked it, and if you're reacting like that, you'll block low and overhead at the same time. Now that takes timing. Like that's not something that you can just, you know, do right now and it's gonna be perfect. No, like it definitely takes timing, but once you get used to it, you can definitely block both options. I think that that's like super important. Why you say? Why you say that? I mean, it exists in other fighting games. Like, for example, you could do that in Street Fighter as well, but you have to block it on the latest frame. Like, it works in most 2D fighting games, but if you block it on the last possible frame, it'll still give you the stand block. You technically stand blocked it, but it's on the screen giving you a cross block animation. So you technically are still stand blocking, but it's giving you a crouch block because you blocked that last frame. Basically what's happening. Right. What's up, who that? If your opponent is trying to get the perfect overhead for the crouch C link, they would have to do it perfect timing, right? Now, if they throw off their timing to do the overhead, you're gonna get hit. Chances are you're gonna get hit. But then that's a layer, because at that point that you threw off your timing, I can mash on wake up. So at that point, it's just a 50-50. To force your opponent to have to do that layer, that's okay. Because if my opponent starts delaying shit like that, bro, I'm about to start mashing, backdashing on wake up. I'm about to just start playing random on wake up. But right now, I feel like all the Marcos that are playing are not doing that. They're not throwing off their timing because they don't need to. They know that overhead, if it hits, he loops right back in. And if the low hits, he's going to cook you. So, like, you have to, like, look at it like that. But yeah, for sure, if they throw off their timing, bro, you're hit. I definitely think that it's important to have this layer though under your belt, because you'll at least have a better chance of reacting if you're looking at his arm, because you'll block low. If you get hit, it just means you mistimed it. I played most of the KOFs. I played 14 and 15. But those are generally like my SNK titles of the ones I played. Like, I played a lot of 14 and I played a lot of 15. Let me pick what's it, my KOF 11? Yeah, I never played that one. I do have fight character. Yeah, KOF is really fun. I like KOF. KOF is just a different, especially like, it's some similarities, but it's like when you play KOF, it's a few differences that you'll immediately see, especially when it comes to wake up. But the way this game works, that's why a lot of KOF players are good at this game, because they have that fundamental already, engraved in them. And I think that that's why a lot of people, they transfer very well to this game. But then, people from different communities also transfer very well to the game, especially because they play different, or they bring something different to the table. Yeah, For sure. Like, it's definitely a fast pace, and like the way you have to move around the screen is a lot different versus like it's like the way you have to move around the screen and bait your opponent is a lot different than most games, you know? I do hate that she doesn't get a really good reward on his overhead, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, her neutral is really good against him, but it's just like beyond that, that's the problem. And then it's like the change to a lot of things, especially with her dash uppercut. You said Hotaru changes won't matter when Shun drops. When Shun drops, like, I'm definitely gonna be on Chun-Li 1000%. At least if she's, I know she's not gonna be bad. Like, that's just not gonna be a thing. I doubt she'll be bad. The future, we'll just have to see with Ken. Like, see how Ken is at Evo. Like, when people, you know, get a chance to play with Ken, see how Ken works at Evo. If Ken is very successful at Evo, then I have high hopes for Chun-Li. And I feel like Ken will be good at, I think Ken will be, like, really good, but I just need to see how, like, it's really going to come down to if he has, like, a command normal of low forward. Hotaru should not have a cancelable EX throw, just one that does more damage. I would be down for that. I wouldn't mind that. Like a EX throw that just does a lot of damage. I have a feeling Ken and Chun-Li are going to be run characters, because I think everybody's expecting them to be dash characters, and I feel like they're going to be run characters for some reason. I really do feel like Ken and Chun-Li are going to have run animations. We'll see. Yeah, I think at this point it's just it's definitely just a universal thing that they gave it to everybody, but I could definitely see what you mean. Like, I mean, if she had an EX grab that just did like a lot of damage, that'd be fine. Yeah, that's the thing. You would have to nerf it on everybody. Ken having a run, but Chun having a dash. I could see that too. I'm definitely being hopeful, because if Chun-Li does have a run, that'll be dope. All I do know is Chun-Li will not be charged 1020%. She will not have a charged fireball in this game. It's going to be command like alpha. It's definitely about to be a command fireball. And hopefully it goes full screen and does not disappear. That'll be dope. But I doubt it does that. It's probably going to disappear before it hits. Yeah, Hotaru now in the current meta, she's still like a top 5 character, but she's definitely toned like 1020%. Because even her light confirms, the nerf to her light confirms are like really, really big. Like, she's still good, but you definitely got to be more of a specialist to even do damage in tournaments. Now, you don't even see her in like NA brackets. You really do not see her too much in top 8. Unless it's like Tamago. Yeah, the DP nerf was really, really big. Like, a lot of people probably don't want to admit that, but nah, that was actually a huge nerf to her. Which DLC character you looking forward to the most? Whether Street or City of the Wolves? City of the Wolves. I want Kim Jae-hoon for City of the Wolves DLC Season 2. Yuri would be really cool. They're probably gonna do Blue Mary. I've never really been a Blue Mary fan, but if they put her, I would be pretty hyped for it. But Kim Jae-hoon or Kim. If they put Kim by himself, like, I would actually be really hyped for that. Yeah, Jae-hoon? Butter? You had never heard of Jae-hoon? Jae-hoon would be like crazy in this game. I actually wanted him launch, but he didn't launch. So oh, like how the characters are just out and about. I do feel like they're gonna have to change it, because even when it would get more characters, it would look bad. I think it would look pretty bad with more characters on the screen. Like, because think about it. If you add Ken, Chun-Li, Joe, and Mr. Big, where are they gonna fit on the screen? It would be too cluttered. And they already announced season 2 is gonna like bring back more characters, older characters. They already said, confirmed, all the old characters will be back. They've already confirmed that all the old characters will be coming back eventually. So we already know a season 2 is gonna happen. So with that being said, they would have to change the. I just want a traditional character select screen. I don't know. Oh, you're new to KOF and Fatal Fury? Yeah, so Kim has 2 sons. He has Dongwon and then he has Jae-hoon. But I'm a Kim main. Literally in every KOF game, I main Kim, the dad. So it's like, I would even like to see him in the game. That's a possibility. Because his voice line is actually in the game on one of Dongwon's like win like quotes. Or maybe like, you know, like when you win a round, it's like in between rounds. Like his voice is in the game. There's a Kim Jae-hoon, like Jae Hoon, because he has 2 sons. He has Dongwon, Jae-hoon. You want Freeman? I respect that. I've never seen Freeman play, but I know who the character is. Kim Pants confirmed. Yeah, so I definitely would like to see those characters. And I know you asked about Street Fighter 6. DLC wise, let me address this season of DLC. The only character I want to see what they play like is Ingrid and C Viper. Those are like the main characters I would like to see how they play. But for the next season, definitely Sakura and Karen. Like, you gotta put Sakura and Karen in the season, like, just 1000%. One, like, for one, you gotta put them both together too. Like, it gotta be Karen and Sakura in the same season pass. Like, you have to have Sakura and Karen. Like, it's an L not having Sakura and Karen. Yeah, they can do a lot in the future of this game. This game, I think, is going to keep growing, because you know how, like, this game had, like, a lot of $1 million tournaments, you know, SWC, EWC this year. I think next year is going to go even, like, crazier. I'm pretty sure, like, next year is going to be even crazier with money. So that's what I'm basically preparing for, is next year. Like, this year, everything happened, like, really fast, but I think next year we'll be in there. I wouldn't say so my counter argument to the game dying, I'm gonna talk about this because a lot of people say this, and it's not to like attack anybody. I'm gonna just have my view on the game. I'm gonna mute this because this dude is like singing like mad hard. So basically, my opinion on the game is dying, blah blah blah, like, And I'm not directing this at you. I just hear it a lot, so like I like to address it when it happens. So the offline scene is not dead, 1020%. I think from a casual standpoint, if you're a casual, the game might not appeal to you as much. But from a competitor standpoint, it still appeals to all competitors, because you got to think, a lot of people don't play this game online because, for one, the connection can be iffy. Everybody is not gonna connect well with Mexico as well, and they are really, really good at SNK games, and they play a lot of SNK games. So if your connection, I'm from Texas, so I connect very well with Mexico. You see what I mean? So everybody's not going to connect well. So that also means that everybody can't play in the tournament. Street Fighter 6's netcode is really good, so everybody can kind of play everybody okay. You know, so that's a really big thing. And because everybody can play everybody in like a Street Fighter 6 or like maybe like a Strive or something, it allows for everybody to play everybody with good, you know, good connection. So the competitive side, offline numbers are really good. Offline numbers are really, really good in the game. Like, it's always like Street Fighter and Tekken are always like the first games, and then City of the Wolves still will have the entrance. So I think that with that being said, the offline scene is good. I do agree with Scar also, where he says it's an old man's game. It really is. It feels more like a game that if this would have came out years ago, I feel like it would have been even more popular. It's a lot of fighting games out now, so it's kind of hard to, like, you know, be in that space where it's like, hey, I have to play Street Fighter or I have to play Tekken. Right now, you don't have to play Street Fighter. You don't have to play Tekken. Those are options. If you really like those games, you play those games. You have an option, right? There's so many fighting games now that you could just play what you want. If you want to go play Mortal Kombat right now, you could play MK1. You can load that shit up. You're going to have mad people to play. If you go load up Strive right now, you're going to have mad people to play. If you go load up Dragon Ball FighterZ, there are a lot of people still on that server, still playing that game to this day. Like, a game that would be considered dead, in my opinion, and this is not a shot because I supported that game, like, literally, I supported that game and I still love that game. Melty Blood. If I go queue up in ranked, I'm not going to find matches. It's not happening. I'm not going to find matches. That, to me, once you can never get matches in rank match, that's when games start getting a little like, damn, like, this game just doesn't have the population online anymore. I think that that's the problem, like, when it comes down to a person feeling like a game is dead. Like, if I can only get matches through Discord server, then the game can potentially be considered dead. Like, if I can only get matches through Discord server, like, if I queue up in player match or ranked and I cannot get matches, then, yeah, the game could be considered kind of dead. So Street Fighter 6, a dead game, says I cannot find matches besides the lobby. You can't find matches? Really? Oh, you a top 1 Gold Lewis player? Nice. Furo, you can't find matches in Street Fighter? That's actually insane. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Because, and the reason why I say that's very unfortunate is because, Street Fighter 6, you can constantly get matches all day. That's the one thing I will say about the game. The game is like 1000% active at all like hours. Same with Tekken, like it's just active, you know. And I feel like this game, same thing. Like if you play ranked, you can get matches. Oh, Gobu took it back. Yeah, Gobu's the GOAT. So I do feel like the game is not dead, but did it meet the expectations that they felt like it would? No. But I think the competitive scene will keep it alive. And I think that that's good enough for us as competitors. Like I said, if you are a casual, maybe this game won't appeal to you. You know what I'm saying? And I could see that, and I could agree with that. Maybe if somebody was like a casual, the game will not appeal to them. But if you are just like a hardcore fighting game fan, then I think the game does appeal to you. I mean, Silent, for me personally, I'll say this from my perspective, I never thought the game was gonna compete with Street Fighter or Tekken because I knew that couldn't happen. That was impossible. That was an impossible feat. However, it's not meant to compete with Street Fighter and Tekken. It's meant to be its own game and just play the game that you like. I think a lot of other people had that expectation that, hey, like, this can compete with this and this can compete with that. Like, no, it doesn't need to compete with Street Fighter or, you know, Tekken or something like that. It doesn't need to compete with those games. It just needs to be its own game. This is your favorite fighting game in years. Hope it will gain attention. I think it's a good look. I mean, all of the events have been super hype. People are talking about the game. People are still getting into the game. I mean, clearly on my YouTube, you know, a lot of videos, people say, hey, like, I just picked up this game. Hey, I just picked up this game. Like, a lot of people are trying to play and learn. But it's also about being more open about the game. We have to, like, talk about the game. We have to put the game out there. We have to, like, you know, broadcast these tournaments, make people see the game and make it look cool. You know how many people, I'm about to show y'all something. This simple interaction will stop somebody walking past the monitor. Like, if somebody is like at a tournament, like, you know how you're at a tournament, you're walking past setups and you see the big screen, right? You see the big screen, and when you see the big screen, you walk past and you're like, damn, what was that? And you start watching that game, right? You start watching that game specifically. Correct? I know a lot of y'all have experienced that in offline setting where y'all walk past a game and that shit might be, I don't know, that shit might be a Naruto game and you like, bro, that shit was crazy. And you just start, you stop, you start looking, you start, you know, viewing what's going on, and you try, even if you don't understand the game, you be like, oh, okay, bet, like, I understand, like, what's going on. I see he hit him with a mix-up, etc., etc. This game literally has that, and I've done it in online brackets where people are like, holy shit, that was cool. And the interaction is literally this right here. Right here, when he does this, and I do this in tournament, I've had this reaction every time I go back and watch the archive of the tournament. Everybody has the same reaction when I do this. Literally the same exact reaction every time I do it. Bro, why? I was about to say, why can I not get that input? Every time I do this, people have the same reaction. Bro, I cannot get a quarter circle forward to them. Every time I do that, people say, oh my god, like, that was crazy. Every single time. And that's what this game has. It has, like, hype moments like this, because this is a whole, like, Evo moment. Like, that's hype. Like, if I were to be walking past a screen and I see that shit on the big screen, bro, I'm about to stop, like, oh shit, like, what is this game? Like, those are moments that happen in this this game, like, in matches. These are moments that happen that are hype. I do feel the lack of variety is destroying attention spans, maybe at a faster rate than I am used to. I can see that too. I mean, people right now are definitely trying to play for like $1 million, so they're only picking certain characters. They're not exploring the cast. That's why when I get into tournaments, I pick different shit. I mean, even though Silent be saying the Texas Classic be happening, which it does, I like to just get in tournaments and experiment, because at this point we playing for like $20. You feel me? That's gas money. That's a McDouble. That's goddamn a Chili's meal. That's the triple dipper. You feel me? Like, You feel me? Like, it's not really that deep, so I'm gonna just pick who I want, you know? Like, Asia be locked in with the same 4 characters. Yeah, it definitely, as a spectator, that is not a good thing. It's not. It's not. It's not. But like I said, there's hype moments like this that I'd be like, damn, oh, he crossed me up. I was like, why did I get hit? But it's like hype moments like this that would like, oh, he can actually cross your shit up. Hold up, that's tech for UK players to be letting me do this shit in bracket. Y'all better start wave dashing, y'all. If you wave dash, you can cross me up. Hold up, that's actually kind of cheap. But this game has moments, right? But when you look at the character select screen, oh yeah, I tried to watch it too. I was watching it and I just rolled over, bro. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all. This character's not played enough in bracket. This character's never played in bracket. And I'm not talking about just, oh, well, it's green tea. Like, bro, that's one person. If I don't see if I see 5 tournaments and I never see the character's not played. This character is literally not played. Even Diaphone is picking more Billy right now. And I'm not sure if Hook even plays the game anymore. Characters not played, characters not played, characters everywhere, characters everywhere, characters not played enough, characters not played, characters everywhere, characters not played enough, characters surprisingly not played enough, characters not played enough, how the poster boys not played enough, characters not played enough, characters everywhere, character don't even exist on the character select screen, character shows up every once in a while, characters played a lot, characters just not played at all, characters not played at all. He just came out, so he's popping this week. We'll see if we see him next week. Oh yeah, Terry was hella popular before the other characters. Now that everybody got the other characters on lock, it's just like you don't see this character, and you definitely don't see Rock no more. You would see Rock a lot because Shadow X was in like a lot of the brackets, and then Ryuki was playing him, and then Ryuki doesn't really play the character anymore. Sometimes Shadow X hasn't really been entering any online brackets as much anymore. My boy Scar has been playing on. Scar hasn't really entered any brackets yet, quite yet. But the Rock population is very low. Yo, Butterballs9, yo, I appreciate you coming through to the stream. They took away that light heavy confirmed. That was one beta. The boys dropped him. So what can he do? Was it light? Was it light punch into was it stand A, stand C, or was it like B into a C? Oh yeah, people are definitely hungry to win, so I definitely respect it. That's why when everything is on the line, why do you think I pick Hokutomaru? Because I know he's a very consistent top tier, and I don't have to really like interact too much with him. That's why. Give me one sec, chat. All right, my bad, my bad. But yeah, like Billy actually got popular like super late, right? Because at first Billy Kane was like, when the game first came out, people was like, "Oh, he's strong." Then people dropped off of him. Then people went right back to him. Who was who was Go One's top four? Because it's probably the same top four I got. Probably. I mean, it's probably like the usual suspects, like Kane, Hokuto Maru. Mine was like Kane, Hokuto Maru, Billy Kane, and Marco. Mine was in a different order though. You think Billy's the best zone, although he has no DP? I mean, fireball. He had Kane, Billy, and Hotaru top three in its own tier. Yeah, everybody's definitely gonna have a different opinion on picking Billy over Hotaru is when a lot of Billy's players started showing up. That too. Go One basically said Billy doesn't even have to zone you. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Billy's frame data is just too good. Like his frame data is too good, and a lot of what he does, is just kind of like, it's kind of like, he can basically kind of do what he wants. The problem with Billy is Billy can do whatever he wants, and it's the only way you can stop him is mechanics. I actually think Billy actually beats himself. Like, Billy beats Billy. This shit is a bad matchup. Yo, NYC Ness, yo, I appreciate that follow. My bad. Billy actually beats Billy, and let me show you why Billy beats Billy. Like, that right there does not work on Billy. Like, it's actually bad to do that against. It's always a punish. So Billy actually beats Billy. Like, he can never commit against himself. He can never commit against himself, no matter what. Because even if you were to do that, always. So this matchup is actually bad for himself. On top of like the character basically doesn't really have a flaw like that. Like, he's not really flawed in any departments, especially because he can 3 confirm you or 4 confirm you. Like, he can literally 4 confirm you. Like, a 4 confirm is crazy. His crouch B is so threatening because at any point he can just like dash up to you and hit you for trying to walk back out of his range. So him dashing at you is much more of a threat than other characters dashing at you. Like, he can just dash at you freely. If he puts this on your block, he +4. Like, you're not gonna press a button. You know he can do so much damage, so you're not gonna press a button. And because of that, he can like kind of hold you on block. Like, he can just keep holding you. On top of all of his moves are just plus. Like, that is +2. That is +2. +4. Plus. Like, plus. Like, he has a lot of plus frames for a character of his archetype. So it's like, with him specifically, the fact that he's doing what he's doing is a problem. The only thing is, I know this is minus, and a lot of people still are punishing that. That's like the biggest thing, is like, a lot of people aren't punishing that. That's -7, but you have to have something that reaches. Oh yeah, like his mashes, like they all lead into something. Because it's like, you could do that. That. And then it's like, if you start respecting this, he can literally just dash jab, like on some like melty blood shit. Like, he could just keep dash jabbing you. Like, his respect is a lot. And like, when you think about it, like, because his respect is so much, it's hard to beat him. It's like really hard to beat him. I usually do the dash variant because I don't know. There we go. I haven't played him in a while. Like, look at how much damage that did. Do y'all really, like, do y'all see that? Bro. That shit is easy to hit. It's like at any point, and it's like at any point in time he can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about him. It's like, he can easily do these things. Like, easily. Like, all of that is like ridiculous damage, and it's easy for him to get that. So if he hits you, yeah, this character is really, 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 really good. Like, really good. And I actually think this is just his best confirmed, just straight up, because like, look at how much resources he's really using. And you go right back to 30, 36, and then you get dash up, dash up. And that's another thing I need to practice. Him doing that, because I'll jump over him. Okay, so when you jump over him, bad. Okay. Okay. That is something I'm so glad somebody said something about his super, because I'll jump over it in tournament a lot, and they'll do it, and I don't know which way to just defend. But now I know. That shit is free to just defend too. Yeah, that shit's free. Yeah, it's actually free to just defend. Once you got it, once you got it, though. You just have to, like, if you block it and you cross yourself up, you just have to do a JD the opposite way. Who do I prefer to use against Billy? Hokutomaru and Bijane. Hoku, because you can throw off all of his anti-air timing, so it's very hard for him to anti-air you with stuff like this. He just has a very hard time keeping you out the air without trying to go air to air with you and like JA you out the air. So it's very hard for him to contest you. The only thing I don't like in the matchup is when he starts doing like instant jump, like stuff like that. That's very hard to deal with, because right there, like I tried to do that and you'll get counter hit because he instant jumps with it. So that would be like the biggest thing in the matchup that I don't like, especially with Hoku, because when he does that, the instant JC is like really annoying. So you would have to, like, if you do it late, that'll happen, and that has happened to me before. So usually I try to like stay out of the range or stay out of the situation altogether, and I try to, like, you know, guess with that. But this is risky because if he reads this and he does dash up that, I'm cooked. Like if we're right here and I try to guess, I'm cooked. I'm about to lose 50%. So it's like a huge risk. But because his jumping game is so good, you can kind of force Billy Kane to like whip stuff like that and then land on him. So, and I can kind of zone him out. Like, so I prefer that matchup. And the other matchup I would like pick is Bijane against Billy Kane, just because she has a quarter circle forward anti-air. So when he does jump at me instantly, or like from a range when he jumps and he wants to play like that, she can always anti-air. And because of that, it creates like a situation that he knows that he can't jump, especially from a certain range. It's just gonna lead to a knockdown. And then it's like, if I get a knockdown, he's cool. Bro, did y'all know Bijane can combo off of her jab? She can combo into EXs too. Bro, all of these characters that can combo, I literally thought it was only like Marco and some like other characters that were very like whatever. Bro, it's a lot of characters that can combo off their EXs. She can combo off her EX. She can actually combo off an EX, bro. Look at this. I'm gonna just put him in crouch. She can do it from standing, but I'm gonna put him in crouch just because. Watch this. Bro, why are all these characters can combo off of lights and I didn't notice? It's kind of annoying. Because that's a huge punish. Like the fact that she can actually do standing jab into that, that's really good. That's really good. But yeah, I used to think that she lost to Billy. Like when I first picked her up. Just stand jab into twerk. Yeah, basically. Like, I don't know why that combo is. Missed that. She just has too many auto times. Like, she got so many auto times, like, she could just do whatever she wants. Yeah, like, any character that can alter trajectory definitely gives him like a harder time, especially in the air. Like her, Hotaru, especially people that have really good red blows in the air too. Like if you have a red blow that's like a dive or like that goes down, like that's really good. That's another thing about this character right here that I don't see people like abusing. Is like, I don't see enough people like abusing the fact that this character anti-airs short hops, right? He anti-airs with that. That's how he anti-airs short hops, right? When you first popped out with Beat Jeanette, it was so clean. Pretty sure it was that reset against Green Tea. You almost that tournament. I'm not gonna lie to you, TFS. That tournament right there was a heartbreaker simply because not only was I about to win the whole bracket with Beat Jeanette, it was because I was winning and then the game stopped. Like the game literally froze. And Green Tea was willing to give me the entire set, but I didn't want to take it like that. I just wanted my roundup. I would drop my meter, etc., etc. But he didn't want to do it like that. He either wanted to play it all the way out or for me to just take the win. I didn't want to take the win. I could have just took the win and just been like, hey, I want to tournament with Janae, but I wanted to be like, hey, like, let's just make it fair. And yeah, it was a very unfortunate tournament, but it's all good. It's all love. But yeah, like at that time, I was practicing her a lot. So I had a lot of reps on her. Yeah, yo, smash it. That's what I was about to say. So this right here, this is the future. I don't know why people are not doing this. Hold up. This right here, bro, you do not have to get flash kicked by him when he tries to flash kick. When he literally tries to flash kick short hops, all you gotta do is red blow. That's all you gotta do. Literally, they all wait to flash kick short hops. All you have to do is rev blow, and that shit is gonna hit guaranteed because all they do is flash kick short hops. That shit is guaranteed. Oh yeah, the yellow and blue. Yeah, that's the Chun-Li color I made. Well, they give Kane a 20 frame charge. Oh, that's the timing on his charge. Yeah, I actually think that people need to abuse this more. Because he's cooked right there, bro. He's literally going to lose his SPG placement too, depending. Yeah, exactly. You red blow it, it's like he's gone. He's just gone. Like he's gone, bro. Yo, Cloudy Judgment, thank you for that follow. Went from 35 to 20 is insane. Does Kevin's red blow do that? Like the air version? Let's see. We'll see. Where's Kevin Ryan? I be forgetting where he's at on the character select screen. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of follows right now. Yeah, Prados, thank you for the follow. I think I got another one. Eldrick, yo, thank you for that follow as well. Most viewed City of the Woods stream right now. You gonna have traffic. Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Oh, you gotta add. Let me see if Kevin Ryan's cooks it. Yeah, it's a really good feeling when you cook Kane for trying to flash kick. I think a lot of people definitely need to do that more. His doesn't, because it hits late. It'll like hit the recovery frames. Yeah, I think, as you know, because KOF had the same issue in the beginning. KOF 15, like Vanessa was like so dominant and crazy, and like she was so fun, but she was definitely kind of like imbalanced, where you would just kind of throw out a YOLO uppercut, and the moment you throw out that dash punch uppercut and it launched, it was just game time. Like you could just win rounds. You could win rounds and delete whole characters. A lot of people were on her. Then they nerfed her and everybody got off of her. So I think SNK has a track record of having like super powerful characters is better than everybody. But then eventually things will weed themselves out to where characters get better. Because imagine like if Kevin Ryan's Forest C was special cancelable. Like that would be an easy change that would make him a whole different tier. Like if this man could literally special cancel this normal right here, or feint cancel it, he would be a whole different tier. 1020%. It would just make him so much better. So sometimes it's like one change. If Kevin had cancel Fars, he'd be top 3. Yeah, I can believe it. So yeah, the red blow doesn't work. So basically this will happen. It'll like whiff punish it, but it won't give you the crumple. I think maybe lower. So you got to do it really low. If you do it really low, you can get it. But it's like hard to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. His isn't as consistent as the other ones. Like if somebody like we saw Hoku do it, Mai can definitely do it. Hotaru. Yeah, it just sucks. Every character's red blow from, they won't be able to do it from that jumping stance. Because honestly, I feel like if you were to start doing that, especially against people that flash kick a lot, I did not mean to pick her in that slot. If you do it against people that flash kick a lot, it would definitely be useful. Because there's not a Kane I've ever fought that they don't flash kick short hops 100% of the time. Yeah, button priority. That button priority change was so good. I'm gonna actually show a demonstration of that. I'm glad you mentioned that. So, Janae definitely. She would have to do it a little lower like that. Yeah. Bro, if he does that against her, she is literally gonna delete him. That's crazy. Yeah, she'll delete him. You say rock? Let me try rock. Damn, rocks is too slow, man. It's like too slow because the reaction is gonna be that, and then he's gonna be able to block. He might be able to like. Bro, why am I not getting my flash kick? Yeah, rock, rip. Okay, I'm gonna pick a Vox. Where's Vox? You play rock too? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Rock can't do that. Damn! Yo, Vox. Oh yeah, Vox actually cooked him with that. I'm going the wrong way. I'm pretty sure Andy's will do the same thing, because Andy has a really good aerial red blow. So I would definitely see Andy doing the same thing. Oh yeah. That's really good. So Andy, Hoku, Mai, of course. Dongwon, hell no, because his is really bad. I mean, it might, because the way it's low to the ground, it might actually work against Flash Kick. But his sucks so bad. Why is that shit knocking you down and not crumpling? It's pretty good versus the flash kick break, especially if you do it at like a little bit of a distance. It'll counter hit him and give you that twirl stun. What about Salvatore? He needs to stay bad anyway. Can y'all imagine that character being top like 3? That'd be so annoying to deal with. Whoa, it sucks. Wow. This man sucks. Yo, Bipolar Pop, appreciate that follow. T-Zoc? T-Zoc maybe, right? Because he has a diving one, right? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, T-Zoc is really good for that, for sure. I don't know why they hate T-Zoc. But see, my next question is, would you rather fight him if he was like top? What if he was top 5? Like, would you like fighting him? I mean, usually I play zoning type characters, S characters, so I'll be alright. New T-Zoc tech, you saw it here. Gato. What y'all think? No? That was so quick. I'm good. Oh yeah, I definitely Edgeworth. I 1020% agree with that. That it would be fun to see T-Zoc in more brackets. Completely agree. His only knocks down, so it's not as good. You don't get a crumple right there unless it hit a like way lower. You have to do it way lower. Yo, Barbar the GOAT. Yo, I appreciate the follow, brother. So he doesn't really get it. In the mirror match, you'll probably get a crumple. I would definitely think in a mirror match you would get a crumple. Let me see. Oh yeah, you definitely get a crumple. So that's really good. Terry should, right? Because Terry's kind of like, hey, yo, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hopefully you having a great Saturday. Oh no, because Terry's is like weird, right? Yeah, it's a weird animation. He would have to do it like a lot higher. He would have to do it a lot higher to get that. I forgot his is like weird. Yeah, that's pretty much everybody, because Billy, he like, I know his probably won't work because he jumps back up when he does it. You want high tier T-Zoc? I mean, for the sake of more characters, like, I think that's okay. Damn. Bro, Billy's is trash. Kevin, I actually thought Kevin Ryan would be way more popular. I actually thought Kevin Ryan would be way more popular. I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually thought that character would be like taken off. I actually don't think that he's even like bad or anything. I just think that people just don't play him. You ain't gonna like what I gotta say about Kevin. I think that... Well, you think he sucks? Kevin is a cop. Bro, his is too slow. That's tragic. That's tragic, bro. If you don't have one that like actually just hits him, this game is so like, it's like really matchup based. It's like 1020% matchup based. If they made T-Zoc like Clark, I absolutely hate Clark too. Bro, I got a jumping punch. What was that? Now I'm not even getting a flash kick. So hers kind of like knocks him down. I guess you would have to do it like super late to even remotely even get a crumple. Yeah, Jimbo is ridiculous with T-Zoc. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole cast of like what can really be done about that. But I showed that to show that I think that more people need to do that against him, especially if your character can do it. I feel like it's very important to do that. Kevin is probably with a specific type of player. Yeah, Steve is definitely doing a lot of work on Kevin Ryan, but it's definitely work. It's definitely work. But while we were on the topic of priority, right? This is one of the biggest changes. This is one of the biggest changes with the priority system, right? Because beforehand, yo, Leon Dog, thank you for that sub on YouTube. I appreciate that. So this is +4, right? But before, when you would press this, it would not grant you a counter hit. It would not grant you a counter hit. You would have to hit crouch C. But now, because of the change, it actually grants you a counter hit. So now, that's slot number 4. Okay. So now, I gotta turn the block count off. This game got a lot of new changes, bro. For the better though, it's definitely a good thing. I'm not complaining. Block count on 4. Am I doing this right? There we go. Yeah, like, you see that? Before the patch, that was normal hit. That's still hard to hit because of the nerf, though. Probably just DP. For consistency purposes. Plus on close C break 3 plus frames on close C frames is saying this patch. Yeah, her in general up close to you is like kind of ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely ridiculous because it's just like very easy to necessarily the hell it's very easy to get hit. Because let me take I ain't gonna lie, like this, I like the new training mode, but then it's some things I don't like because it's kind of like super confusing though. It just has a lot going on and it's like annoying. Like that, right? So that was always gonna hit 4 now. So it's like, see, now it's gonna be counter hit. And that makes it just so much more dangerous. Because before it would just be normal hit, so it wasn't that bad. But now it's like if she does this, that's gonna be a confirm if you hit a button. That's gonna always be a confirm if you hit a button. You think JD guard cancel is too much risk for the reward? It feels like you should use this as a get off me versus damage since the rev gauge usage is high and damage is prorated. Also, some characters just don't got the specials for it. I think that with the guard cancel, I think that it's fair. Because it is kind of like a get off of me, because I never wanted the game to turn into a constant get off of me. That's what I was afraid of before the game even dropped. I said, damn, if somebody knows how to really just defend, I don't want it to turn into, oh, just defend, knock you off of me. Just defend, knock you off of me. Just defend, knock you off of me. Because then it just takes away from the pacing of the match. And it just would look bad. However, because it is a cost, you have to be a lot more smart with the decision. And you do have to do it in a lot of spots. So I feel like you have to be smarter with it. Now, every character, yeah, they're not really blessed with like really, really good special moves to get out all the time. But I feel like every character has an option, but every character is not like blessed with like really, really good specials to get out all the time. That'd be the main thing I would say. But I do like, and I do like that it's scaled, because as much as like, for example, like, you know, these Kayn players out here, they're guard cancel flash kicking you, and imagine if it didn't scale, they would literally delete your life bar every time they launch you. It would make people way more thirsty to guard cancel too if it wasn't prorated. So I think that part is okay. Close stand defense, who close stand C lets you link C again. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good that they changed the priority. I was thinking that maybe that was just a thing, but I'm glad that they made it to where it actually still counter hits now. I think that that's really good. You were hating a 4-frame mash. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I definitely think the guard cancel is fine because it does rev you up. Like, especially same with hyper defense. Like, if, you know, if she does this, I feel like I'm rewarded if I just, you know, hyper defend and I get it, you know. I haven't hyper defended that in a minute. I don't fight her too much, but you see where that revved me up to. So that took me to 28. So 28 is not bad because it's like, that's solid. But then if I'm at like 80 or, you know, 60, I have to think more about, do I really want to like try to do this? That's why a lot of people, when they hyper, they'll probably go like directly into like a super or something. I used to be really good at hyper defending that. Because at least then if you super, you're getting more damage, you know? Like, bro. Yeah, I suck at hyper defending her now. Because then I'm afraid to use more meter right there. Because I don't want to, like, I don't want to rev myself up too much. I think some things will just need to be like HDJC, like in plus R. There are specific slashbacks in plus R. Yeah, it revs you up way too much. Kevin can roll after just defending both hits of that and avoid a special. That's pretty good. Oops. Quarter circle back. It's funny because it's not coming out sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm not like. Yeah, it gets her counter hit state. Which is weird because you would think it would be you would think it would be wild punish, but I think even Kenso was talking about that move isn't wild punish state. For some reason it's counter hit state. Is there any brackets today? I don't think so, but I didn't look, so like don't take my word for that. Yeah, you can still convert. You definitely should still be able to convert that. I haven't played with him in so long, so yeah, because I could. Like, when I haven't played a character in a long time, I, like, literally forget all their inputs, high key. There it goes. Yeah, you get a full combo route. Yeah, see, I was so sweaty when I used to fight her because I was hyper in that. I was hyper in that shit. Like, what the? What was that? Did y'all see that though? That was crazy, bro. That shit like autocorrect tracked me. I don't even know what that was. Yeah, it's really good too because of that. Can we get some full refund on the punish, right? Oh, because by the time that you wasted the, well, not wasted, but by the time that you guard canceled. Oh, she can also just do that. I could have sworn I was doing that before, though. It like changes because I'm like just defending it. Kind of annoying. I would have to turn the setting on. Yeah, he's not gonna really be able to punish if she breaks it. I could have sworn I was breaking that before though. That's good that that's a change though. Now that he can cook 4 frames, like that's really big. That's like a change that buffed a lot of characters and people don't even probably know it. Which move is the hell snipe one? Hell. Yeah, that's so good now. Like, look at that. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, the jumping punch. Yeah, that's huge. Oh, he can link that. Yikes. Bro, do y'all understand how huge that is? That's crazy. That one change in that balance patch, like, literally changed everything. Oh yeah, hell yeah, that's really good because a lot of people would match right there, especially if they match a 4 frame, they feel confident because you weren't counter hitting them. Oh yeah, that's a good change because a lot of people are definitely gonna press right there and forget that you get counter hit stay down. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. He definitely goes up a little bit with that change. Yeah, I would say I'd say that was a big change. Because +10 is huge. Honestly, like I said, this change right here, if they ever make this special cancelable, which I feel like they are gonna do in one patch. If they ever make that special cancelable, it's over. Yeah, I could see that. That's the same, right? A stand light kick because of that change. Yeah, his pressure actually got way better. Yeah, his pressure got way better. Yeah, I actually think now, because of that, That makes a lot of characters better. Cause like Hotaru's was one of the main ones. Hotaru's was definitely one of the main ones because this will still lose because this only beats 5. So against that, you still have to do that. Oh, if you do meaty close B. That's really good. Yeah, I was doing the far B, well not far B, close B into stand C now frame traps just because of that change. So that's like really good. But yeah, this is still gonna be the go-to to beat 4 frames, but this can finally like frame trap 5 frames, so it's pretty good. That's still gonna be like the staple though. That'd be way too hard to get. Let's see. Who else has a frame trap? It's like crazy. If that would have changed. Not Hoku. Maybe Dongwon? Maybe. I don't. You said Preacher? Yeah, I gotta test. That's +3. Hold up. Oh, +3. Unfortunate. He would need another frame to beat that. That's only +1. Box only gets +3 from close HK, but his far HP is slow. Yeah, it's too slow. Yeah, the Hell Trap, that's the one with the kick ender, right? Like the move he breaks. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those moves that I need to get better at hyper defending because I fight him a lot. And I don't I kind of just take it. That's cool. Now that she could do that. Cause that's 8. Yep. Now she could already do that. Yeah, cause I make that 3. It said Terry. Got 6 frame. Yep, because now if he does that, that's gonna be 4. That makes that way better. Way better. That's way better. You can only do that on standing opponents. Yeah, on croucher it'll whiff, but yeah, it works on standing opponents when you do this into that. Damn, that like auto wild punishes now. That's insane. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's +3. Oh, you talking about just doing like don't finish it? Didn't do that. Like that? It'll still whip because it's damn it, Hotaru. It'll whip on crouchers. I mean, he probably does have a better route right there, but the only way you get a C is if they're standing. You would have to force stand them. People actually have to lab now and not just smash because better setups. Yeah, people definitely have to get hip to the new setups. Crouch C is 9, so yeah, you should be able to do a crouch C right there. Something like that, that's probably better. Bro. Am I not? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm tripping. But that's +8, so that's not gonna work. Yeah, the 432 definitely does more damage. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. It's definitely more dangerous to like mash a 4 frame right there. Especially like against somebody like Hoku, same thing. They like to mash crouch A. Yeah, this adds a different layer. Let's see if you can micro run, but you can't. Faint is just too much. It's only +11. That'd be cool if he could micro it, but he can't. Yeah, it definitely makes for a different game. Like, I feel like now with the priority system, you could kind of play around with like different frame traps a little different. Yeah, it was just like I didn't know why. Like if it hit on the same frame, it wasn't counter hit. I just didn't understand that. I was just like, damn, people like really mashing. It's like it wasn't counter hit. It's like weird. All right, chat. I think I'm gonna call it there. Go get me some food. Relax for the rest of the day. All in all, I appreciate y'all so much for coming through, especially because it was just like a lab stream. We definitely learned a lot today. There was a lot of knowledge on the stream. So that's really dope. Thank you for all the new follows, all the new YouTube subs. That's greatly appreciated. Yo, Fuero, thank you for that follow. If y'all are not subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. I just put out a new, well, not even new, like it's literally my very first Fatal Fury City of the Wolves tier list on my YouTube. So exclamation point YouTube in the chat. If you're interested in that, go drop your boy a YouTube sub. I'm putting out a lot of Fatal Fury content. Yeah, this was a good stream. Next stream I'll definitely be playing some games, even viewer sets too. It's a lot of people in my chat that play the game as well, so if y'all want to run some sets, we can definitely do that. That'd be fun. I need to probably set a day off where I just play with my viewers anyway. Is this offline BlazBlue? They got offline BlazBlue going on? Yeah, yeah, it's offline BlazBlue. I'm a raid TSB. They're doing like an offline BlazBlue. That'll be interesting to watch. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great Saturday, and I will see y'all later. Peace.